I always felt it really unfair that organizations spend a lot of time and a lot of money into acquiring customers and getting customers to buy stuff and spend more money and making that process more seamless and effortless. But there is a reality that unpredictable things happen. Your car breaks down, your fridge breaks, your partner passes away, and you cannot really plan for these things. So nobody has really thought about what do we actually do when people find themselves in financial difficulties and as a result of that have to go through a debt collection process?
The image I have in my head of debt collection is forcing customers into paying things, turning up at the door like bailiffs, really hostile tactics, trying to scrounge people out of money.
Traditionally, debt collection has a pretty poor reputation, and we think there's a much better and fairer way to do debt collection. So we want to completely transform how the industry is perceived, and we are doing that by treating customers with a lot more compassion and respect.
Ophelos' mission is really all about putting people first. In debt, it's not really something that is talked about, it's all about the money, it's not really about the people.
You know, in practical terms, it's really around how do we apply technology in a way to improve the way we engage with customers, understand customers, and take actions based on that.
We use a lot of technology to help with the collection process, which is surprisingly not used that often in many other companies.
The concept is finding the optimal time, the optimal channel, the optimal language, and how to interact with people who may be financially struggling or have debt. Rather than just repeatedly sending everyone the same messages, we are really making sure that we're engaging people in the best way for them.
And it turns out it works really well, and doing collection in a compassionate, ethical way turns out is also very good. People like to be treated like humans, surprise, surprise.
I think we're learning more about what's needed. I think technology was the first thing that we felt that was the right enabler for change. And the more conversations we're having with customers, we're learning more about what we need to solve many of these intractable problems in the long term.
I think what makes the tech special is the fact that it's not trying to replace anything. It's very much we're using the tech alongside us to enhance the customer experience.
So when we first started, at least from my perspective, we were all very uncertain as to whether this works or not. And over the past 2 years, I think we have shown time and time again that this works. Now, is it at the point of being the standard? I don't think so. I think we have more to do, but we're definitely making good progress, and I think that's really key.
I think the most fascinating thing about working at Ophelos is that we're taking a subject and an industry that's very unsexy, very challenging. People might look at it from the outside and say this is not a very interesting industry, and we're making it interesting. And we're building products that you'd find in the sexy fintech startups of London, and we're bringing that to our industry and making it much better.
What makes Ophelos really special and different is we're not just focused on outcomes, it's about the journey and the individual. And I think that is something that's been missing in this industry for such a long time. We're taking a really human approach, and I think that's what stands us apart from everyone else in the industry.